An earthquake has destroyed buildings. Fires.
EMS is en route.
Storms. Chemical leaks. Injuries and devastation. Emergencies take many different forms and can easily overwhelm the ability of local jurisdictions to deal with them. When they do, Indiana All Hazards Incident Management Teams can be called in to help, working with local authorities to allocate resources, planning ahead to keep responders safe and effective, and restore order from chaos. All Hazard Incident Management Teams are part of the federal NIMS protocol for emergency response, one of 5 core elements within each of 10 district response task forces. Indiana's incident management teams are specially trained to deal with all types of incidents and events. Their first priority is to help within their own district.
Most of the time, the incident management, the request for incident management is made at the local level. Something has occurred that has really stretched them so thin that they're not really able to handle it with the normal resources, and so they call this locally available incident management team, who then can stand up and rapidly come in and help.
Core elements for us are law enforcement, fire suppression, EMS, IMT, and support services.
No one entity can do it by themselves. The district concept is so that we can all participate and bring our knowledge base, our equipment, our expertise to those scenes to help mitigate the situation.
People would want an all-hazard incident management team because it provides a capacity for response at the local level that previously really hasn't been available to us. It provides a lot of options to us. First of all, because it's local, it's flexible, it's quick, it's very responsive. They can go into a jurisdiction with better insight, better knowledge about local politics, local conditions, what resources may be available to them that allows them to work seamlessly into an existing organization in a support role.
The incident management team works for that local agency administrator or the local elected official. And so the local elected official doesn't lose any authority or any of their responsibilities. They're utilizing this great asset to try to handle the incident.
The incident management team can organize and direct those resources to their most effective use. Indiana's incident management team members are some of the most comprehensively trained and experienced responders in the state. In order to become qualified for a position on an incident management team, individuals must have a significant amount of experience, complete an average of up to 100 hours of training, and must demonstrate core competencies for their position. This rigorous qualification regimen ensures that team members are of the highest caliber and ability.
The incident management teams excel in advanced stages of the incident command system, and that allows command and control to be established, which is when you get into the larger disasters and the catastrophic incidents, what's usually lacking is the organizational structure of response. So when the incident management teams get employed, it helps with the organizational response, which means lives saved and the incident stabilized early, which means less property damage. So establishing incident command and organization to chaos early is vitally important.
And as that organization is being established, incident command teams are also trained for longer range planning.
Ultimately, in order to manage the incident rather than the incident manage you, you have to get ahead of the power curve. Lean forward, what we call, and really kind of learn to control it.
Most agencies are very good. They're very adept at the operational, at actually implementing tactics. Where they may need, where we don't get a lot of practice, is that planning ahead, 24, 36, 72 hours out ahead, because most incidents don't last that long. They're not used to having to feed, house, fuel, all those sort of things.
The incident management teams are designed to be for longer term operations, meaning they know that these disasters are going to last for more than 12 hours, and it could go as long as a couple of days to a couple of months. And so you would bring the incident management team in to document everything that you need to document for any type of compensation you might receive in return. You also want them to maintain organizational procedures and document anything for legal ramifications and liability issues. So really bringing that level of organization to a disaster or an incident helps a jurisdiction significantly in both their liability and the way that they manage an incident.
The concept was born out of studies of response to several large-scale emergencies.
It actually originated World Trade Center, the Pentagon, Capitol Hill anthrax, all occurred about the beginning of the 2000s. About 2003, they decided that we needed to really examine how we responded locally to large-scale incidents. They determined that we needed to improve our capacity at the local level for those first responders to be able to organize, manage, again, use scarce resources to their best advantage. The All Hazard Incident Management Team program came out of that.
The incident management team is comprised of command staff and general staff, as well as support staff.
The minimum staffing is about 8, which is the command and general staff. But without some sort of support staff below them, some subordinate staff, they're not nearly as effective. So what's happened over the last 3 or 4 years is, I think about 6 or 8 of the subordinate positions, some in plans, some in logistics, some in finance, have allowed the members of the command and general staff to better understand what needs to take place below them, and at the same time provide trained individuals to actually perform those functions.
Due to the arduous qualification standards team members achieve, these incident management teams are recognized by the state as a resource that can be mobilized locally, across the state, or even across the nation in response to the worst disasters that may occur. By pooling resources from multiple agencies and jurisdictions within a district, and then mobilizing them to an incident response, the model provides not only more resources, but also an economic savings.
If it's a week-long event, it certainly taxes any one entity financially.
If it's multidisciplinary, that fiscal impact is spread amongst a number of different agencies, so no single agency is really truly impacted to a large degree.
For instance, District 1, they have 5 counties. Well, we don't need 5 mobile command centers. We can buy 1 mobile command center, and then they all share that particular resource.
Working with a team mindset, the incident command response model is making an impact, fiscally, organizationally, and most importantly, to the communities served.
With all the tornadoes, the flooding that we're seeing, the ice storms, and we're getting reports back from jurisdictions that have deployed these incident management teams. They're making a critical difference locally. They are actually making that order out of chaos. They're assisting the locals. They're really shortening the time that people are affected locally and getting them back to their homes, back to their places of work, and really helping communities stand up quicker.
For more information on the Indiana Incident Management Program, call the Indiana Department of Homeland Security Field Services Division at 317-234-7228 or visit us online.